$13,990. That's all Tesla's asking for the Model 2. And it just did something no compact car has ever done. A trunk that doubles from 15 to 30 cubic feet in 10 seconds. No electric motors, no battery drain, just mechanical panels sliding on precision rails, transforming your back seat into a cargo beast that puts SUVs to shame. Why didn't anyone think of this before? And what else is Tesla hiding at this price point? Let's dive right in. Here's what Tesla figured out that the entire auto industry missed. Compact cars don't need bigger bodies. They need smarter interiors. Those lightweight aluminum panels sliding on embedded rails? They're not just clever. They're tolerance-precise, down to the millimeter. That's aircraft-grade engineering in a $14,000 car. The system carries 0 electric motors, which means your battery range stays untouched. Every single mile. But here's the twist. These aren't just flat panels. They're modular compartments with reinforced latches, each holding 50 pounds without budging on sharp turns. Think about that. You're cornering at speed, groceries in the back, and nothing moves. When was the last time your trunk could promise that without expensive cargo nets? Now here's where it gets weird and profitable. Tesla buried something in the Model 2 that sounds like science fiction, a charging dock that turns your parked car into an income stream. Not someday, not coming soon, right now, in 2026. You're sitting at work, cars in the parking lot, and it's making you $300 a year, automatically, while you're inside drinking coffee. The dock measures consumption with 99% accuracy, bills through QR code connection, and uses less than 0.1% battery to operate. But here's the question nobody's asking. Why would Tesla give owners this power? Simple. Grid overload. Peak hour energy costs are crushing utility companies. Tesla just turned every Model 2 into a tiny power station that helps stabilize the grid and pays you for it. Is this genius, or is Tesla building something bigger we can't see yet? Florida condos are already testing this. One Model 2 becomes a shared charging hub for neighbors without home charging. The savings? Significant enough that HOAs are paying attention. In New York, small business owners are offering customer charging while generating traffic and loyalty. The car becomes the business tool. Now let's talk about what happens when it rains. Most cars? You're scrambling for cover. The Model 2? It casually unfolds a 4x2-foot waterproof tray from the rear bumper like it's no big deal. IP65 certified, dust-resistant, water jet-resistant, supports 150 pounds, handles heat up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit without warping. Here's what's insane. This tray eliminates $200 per year in portable table purchases. That's Tesla's own calculation. Tailgaters, contractors, mobile workers, everyone who's ever needed a flat surface outside their car just saved money they didn't know they were wasting. The tray deploys in 2 pulls, no tools, no electrical parts that can fail. Hydraulic hinges do the work. Rain or shine, always. Side guards prevent tools from sliding off even on inclined terrain. When you're done, 5 seconds to retract, flush with the body. 0 aerodynamic drag. Why isn't every automaker doing this? Because it requires thinking about how people actually use their cars, not just how they look in showrooms. Here's where Tesla really breaks the game. Traditional car maintenance, expensive, time-consuming, requires specialist knowledge. Model 2 maintenance? Your smartphone shows you exactly what to do through augmented reality. Point your camera at the brake system. Floating instructions appear. Where to touch. what to release, how to replace. Step by step. The app scans all components at 500 Hz in real time. Any fault gets detected before it becomes a problem. And here's the kicker. Repairs that cost $200 plus on conventional cars? The Model 2 brings it under $50. Why? Modular parts with standardized connectors, plug and play, no specialized tools, no hidden complexity. Broken suspension arm? 30 minutes with clear AR instructions? But wait, isn't Tesla cutting out their own service revenue? Exactly. And that should tell you something about their long-term strategy. They're betting on volume and loyalty, not service dependency. This is how you build a fan base, not just customers. The system uses precise torque specifications under 50 Newton meters. That means even first-timers can't over-tighten and damage sensitive parts. It's almost idiot-proof engineering. Early wear detection extends component life by 20%, meaning fewer replacements over the years. In cities where nobody has time for maintenance appointments, this changes everything. Now the finale, the feature that makes you question why anyone still buys SUVs. Pull one lever. The rear seats rise on two axes. Sliding panels extend along floor rails. Crisp, secure click. Done in 15 seconds. You just created a rigid cargo platform supporting 200 pounds of distributed weight. Here's the dramatic part. The front seats remain perfectly functional. Two adults can still travel long distances in comfort, while the back becomes a mobile workshop. You're not sacrificing anything. This isn't compromise, it's multiplication. Mechanical locks activate without electrical power. Even with the car off, the system works. Built-in sensors check panel positioning before allowing drive mode, preventing assembly errors. Think about what this replaces. Van rentals for small moves, storage unit fees, delivery charges. Tesla's data shows 40% savings on annual large item transport costs. For New York micro-entrepreneurs using their car as a work tool, this is the difference between viable and struggling. For California retirees, it's the end of multiple grocery trips and delivery fees. The Model 2 isn't adapting to different lifestyles, it's enabling them. Connect the dots, expandable trunk, income-generating charging, waterproof work tray, AR-guided repairs, transforming cargo platform. Every single feature solves a real problem that makes compact car ownership expensive or limiting. Tesla didn't just make an affordable EV. They eliminated the hidden costs that make cheap cars expensive to own. And at $13,990, they're forcing every automaker to answer one uncomfortable question. Why can't you do this? So here's what Tesla actually did, and why it matters. They didn't just build a cheap EV, they built a blueprint for killing the affordable means compromise myth. Every feature in the Model 2 answers the question we asked at the start. Why didn't anyone do this before? Because legacy automakers profit from complexity. Tesla profits from volume. That's the difference. At $13,990, they're not competing with other EVs. They're making gas cars obsolete for the mass market. And if they can pack this much engineering into a budget model, what's coming in the next 24 months? Because this is just wave one. Here's what's next. Watch how fast Chinese and Korean automakers respond. Watch legacy brands scramble to simplify their maintenance systems. The Model 2 isn't just a car launch, it's a forcing function for the entire industry. So here's my question for you. If Tesla can eliminate hidden ownership costs at this price point, what's stopping them from doing it across the entire lineup? And more importantly, which feature would you actually use every day? This is Tech Revolution, where we break down the innovations that actually change how we live. If you want more analysis on what's reshaping transportation, you know where to find us. The affordable EV revolution isn't coming. It just arrived, and it's forcing everyone else to catch up. $15,000 for a Tesla? Elon just confirmed targets that could flood America with 2 million Model 2s by 2029. Legacy automakers are bleeding while Tesla's planning the impossible, undercutting every gas car while scaling faster than anyone expected. Here's what shocks. Fremont's retrofitting 1,800 robots for 60-second builds. Texas expanding to 15 million square feet. Mexico building 2,500 kilometers of rail lines. This isn't vaporware, it's industrial warfare. Can Tesla deliver millions without delays? Or is this the biggest automotive gamble ever? Let's dive right in. While everyone's distracted by robotaxi reveals and Optimus demos, Tesla's been quietly building something far more dangerous. Fremont's production floor is being torn apart right now for 1,800 new robotic stations engineered for one thing: 60-second cycle times per vehicle. These aren't just faster workers. They eliminate the human error margins that have killed every ambitious EV launch in history. Running 24/7 without breaks, without quality drops. These systems target 75,000 units from Fremont alone in Q1 2026. Not prototypes. Production vehicles rolling to customers. The real shock comes from Texas. The facility's expanding to 15 million square feet while manufacturing 4,680 battery cells on site. This vertical integration cuts transport delays by 40% and eliminates the supply chain gamble legacy automakers are still playing. By mid-2026, Texas pushes 250,000 units annually, with 500 vehicles daily. Ford and GM are begging battery suppliers for allocation, while Tesla simply makes their own. Then, Mexico enters the equation. Nuevo León goes operational Q4 2026 with 400,000 units per year, tariff-free access to U.S. markets, and 2,500 kilometers of dedicated rail infrastructure. This cuts Florida shipping times by 2 weeks compared to overseas imports, preserving battery integrity in humid climates. It's operational detail that sounds mundane until you realize it means cells arrive fresher, perform better, and last years longer. Tesla's not just building cars, they're engineering the entire logistics ecosystem around them. Traditional automakers need 3 to 5 years from concept to production. Tesla's compressing that to 12 months. Pilot builds launch Q1 2026. Full U.S. volume hits Q2, and global integration completes by Q4. This timeline would make Toyota engineers question reality. But Tesla's already proving it works. They're stockpiling 100,000 battery packs as buffers right now, ensuring lines never stall waiting for components. The 98% on-time metrics during Cybertruck's 2025 ramp wasn't luck. It's operational discipline that borders on obsession. What this means for buyers is radical. U.S. customers face 2 to 4 month wait times, half the industry average and dramatically better than Model Y's 2024 delivery windows. Localized hubs in California and New York each stock 10,000 units for rapid distribution. The April 2026 unveil synchronizes perfectly with production readiness, avoiding the 2023 disaster